All right. Let's go. Everybody get in here. I'm late. Hurry up and get in here. I'm late. Being late is on time. So boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, do we have something to show you. Let's just start right off with it. Hey Jameson, yeah, the Winter Classic jerseys has dropped. And here's what I can say. The Panthers jersey is so bad that if somebody bought it for me, I would sell it on eBay and give you back the money. And I'd even make up the 15% seller's fee. That's how bad the jersey is. Holy hell in a handbasket. I don't know how they screwed it up this bad, but for those who haven't seen it, feast your eyes on that monstrosity. Now, I can't even get to the part with the stripes where we look like the Wicked Witch of the West. I can't even get there. The Panther, honestly, let's put it this way. Somebody on Twitter said it was a methed out Panther. And I that's about right. It's like emaciated. It's awful. I don't know how. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. I've seen about 80% not liking it. I've seen a few people liking it, but just awful. Just awful. The stripes, I mean, I get what they're trying to do here, but what on good God creation is, how did they do that to the cat? How did they screw that up? We have one of the best leaping cat logos, right? Right? Does that look like what's on the screen? No, it does not. It's awful. Awful stuff. Aleshka, you like it? No, man. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I wouldn't buy that for my enemy. I would cancel Christmas if Kyle got me that. Just because some of the NFL throwbacks look just as bad, they destroyed the Panther. I might have been able to get away with the stripes. I might have been able to, Kenneth says, is that the 1960s Florida Panthers? No wonder they weren't invited to the league for another 30 years. Thank you, scientists. So Schwint broke his arm. He's out 2 to 3 months. Outstanding. Well, it's not like it's not like I was fixing to buy it anyway. But it's so bad I can't even pretend gripe at Kyle for not buying it for me. David says, it's like they never seen a real Panther. Honestly, it seems like it was designed by someone who hates the Panthers. I mean, yeah, I understand what they were going for. Like Hungry says, were they going for a 1940s tattoo vibe with the Panther? It kind of looks like a World War II tattoo. It just doesn't work. Scientist Lusterinen was burned at a barbecue out week to week. Yeah, thank you, Craig. I saw the divine call up. No. So guys getting their hands cut at getting burned at barbecues. Oh man. Yeah, I just don't understand what they were. I take that back. I do understand what they were going for in terms of the cat, but it's just awful execution. It's just, ugh. Anyway, I'll leave that there for those of you who come in a little bit as we're new. Craig says, look at some of the World War II patches. They can play into the military style. Now, I've seen one person saying they kind of like the gold pants. You heard Bob was almost hit by a meteorite. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I think that was Verhaeghe's excuse. I think his house got hit by an earthquake and he hurt his shoulder. Unbelievable. Burnt at a barbecue. So, okay, so the front, I mean, here, the striping here on the front, I like. This is, I mean, I get they're going for the old, what they're looking for with the old stripes. Okay, it's not my favorite, but if they had put the right Panther on this, it would have been okay. But I don't know, man. It's emaciated. I'm trying to look at, first off, there's no stick. Why didn't they give him a stick? You know? And the detailing, it just looks cartoonish. The more I'm looking at it, I'm just looking at the reasons why I don't like it. I know it almost looks like a Tony the Tiger spoof. Just looks cartoonish. What is this? Is this supposed to be like white hair on his belly? I mean, I seen that they had that on the 90s logo. I'm looking at, the claws are soft. Everything has been softened. The Leaping Cat logo, the jawline is angled. I'm seeing what I don't like here now. So the Leaping Cat, if you look at the Leaping Cat logo, the jawline is angled. It's two straight lines, and then the chin. And if you look at this one, it's got that round, softer jaw, not looking anywhere near as mean and ferocious. Now that I'm looking and comparing the two, I think that's the part that I don't like. And the ears as well. The ears, definitely was a lot more points, right? The claws looked sharper. The whiskers on this one are just the black shadows. I mean, yeah, all the way around, I just not a fan of it. YouTube user said, I love the Panthers, but unfortunately this jersey might be a pass. Electra says, get the old logo out of my mind. I mean, okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. But the roundness of the jaw, I think, is because it makes his shoulders look like skinny, But hey, I mean, it's just the jersey. We all have our different opinions, right? IDK says if they put a modern Panther logo on it, wouldn't make sense for the classic look. I mean, I understand some of what you're saying. David says, who hates the shield? That's a terrible rendition of a Panther that just looks starved. Yeah, Silva, Sabrango was terrible last night. He was awful last night. I agree. Duckling, yeah, I saw that. The Sabres announcer made fun of Stuart Skinner. I saw that. That was wild. Jameson says, bring back the broke stick would have made the jersey marginally better. Colin says, maybe because it's ugly, it will have extreme value in a couple years or so. That's a good point. That's a good point. The Rangers, I thought, were simple. Yeah. Hungry says, that's the reason to get it. The ugly jerseys gain value long term because most people don't buy them. It's a good point. Hey, Fatality, right? Bedard and Celebrini with hat tricks last night. So Silva says, in all seriousness, Samoskevich played his worst game as a Panther last night. Not going to rag on the kid, but I was expecting a lot more. Well, there could be a chemistry thing there. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying. The whole team is inconsistent. All right, that's enough of looking at that. Kenneth says Panthers won 5 cups in 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 28, 29. What happened in 25, 26? We don't talk about that year. That's about right. Hey, Kyle, you want to know what happened to Luosterainen? He got burned at a barbecue and he's week to week.
You've got to be kidding.
No. You want to see something?
What?
Be careful. Don't lock the cord. Come around. We want to get Kyle's live reaction. Come here.
What, did they
Come here.
capture on video?
No. Are you ready?
What?
Let's make sure the camera can see you. All right. Here's Kyle's live reaction.
What in the hell?
You know.
Who wished on the monkey's paw to get the leaping cat back? I have opinions about this.
If it was the real leaping cat, maybe.
I mean, that is a lot of yellow striping.
I knew that would get to you.
This definitely looks like...
It looks like the Wicked Witch of the West, those pants.
No, it looks like that they tried to make the awkward version of this jersey that would have existed in, like, what, the 30s?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I guess it exists.
It exists. Well, you don't have to worry about me bitching at you to buy it for me for Christmas.
I mean, it's pretty ugly.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured you would feel that way.
Never ever have that as a third jersey. My God.
All right. Hey, Frank, you love it?
That's got to be the goofiest cat. I think it's in the so bad it's looks like
that's what Hungry and a couple of people were saying was that it'll be a classic in 50 years because it was so bad, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right. See if I got anything I got to send out with that transparency.
Oh yeah, there are a couple.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Real. Yeah, that's real. That it's almost as bad as she was getting cut on the glass. That's what. Yeah. David says we haven't had a whole team all year. Guys get hurt. We haven't had a whole team all year. Guys getting hurt so much the team keeps changing. That's the truth. Real. Yeah. Divine gets called up. Yep. Craig says it's a ghost panther, the same as Swaggy. Oh, man. It might look nice. We'll see. Look, everybody's got their different opinions, right? What I will say is I didn't have any expectations. Like I had no idea. I thought maybe, I know that there was some talk about it being like Miami Vice colored and stuff like that. I was kind of wondering if they were going to go with like that baby blue with the reverse retro because ice is blue. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that, but it is what it is. So I meant what I said though. Frank says it's beautiful. Stop hating. Man, I seen 80-20 on Twitter, Frank. Don't bring that opinion to Twitter. It's 80-20 in my favor on Twitter. And, you know, Twitter's where all the sane, rational people go. Greg says everyone hated the Shield and now it's gold. Hungry says maybe they're paying homage to our new AHL team since they're the Ghost Pirates. We get the Ghost Panthers. Well, we'll see. You know, it is what it is. At least they're in the Winter Classic, right? So there's that. And what's funny is some of the people on Twitter I normally disagree with are the ones that don't like the jersey. Oh, what is this? Somebody's got. So here, let me show you this. Let me show you this Florida Panthers historian on Twitter. So he says about out of all the teams in the Tropical Hockey League, the Miami Clippers did have the least garish of their uniforms for the Florida Panthers to base a Winter Classic jersey on. So that's from the Tropical Hockey League, the Miami Clippers. I don't know when that was, but yeah, look at that. Boy, those stripes. Those stripes are something. Those stripes are absolutely something, man. All right. We had our fun. Let's see. Kenny says, E2 got burned at the barbecue while reacting to those jerseys. Frank says that's because we're the champs and everyone hates what we do. Oh, yeah. Well, I like what we do, and I don't like that jersey. Now I'm settled. I want my freaking reverse retro Forsling jersey. I don't have to worry about that one. That's for sure. Jimmy Meyer Ruin says, don't worry. Our old GM wanted this bear as the primary logo, but we said no to it, right? Craig, yeah, now a t-shirt version might not be all that awful. Hopefully without the stripes, right? David says, was Z2 trying to fry a turkey? It's that time of year. Be careful. I mean, week to week with a burn, that's pretty serious. Hungry says, all I can say is it's still better than some jerseys Tampa, Boston, and Montreal and Toronto have put out. Well, maybe. Goat there says, I don't hate the Winter Classic jersey, not in love with it, but definitely getting it since it'll be very limited because who knows when we get to play in a Winter Classic again. Yeah, the one part I agree with Kyle about. I mean, him and I had kind of the similar tastes, but now I'll show you this. Now this is what I want. So this is interesting. Hold on a second. This is what I want. I'll show you what I want. Yeah. Look at the hat that Reinhardt has on. So it's themed to the Winter Classic, but that's the original Leaping Panther. That's the right Leaping Panther on that hat with the stripes. Now that I'll take. I got to find that. For sure, I got to find that hat. But I can't. There's something it reminds me of. There's some kind of video game or cartoon or something that reminds me of. Look at these little itty bitty scrawny legs. The legs are too vertical. What do you want? I'm an old man complaining about everything. What do you want? Old man yells at cloud. Alechka says, once they embarrass the Rangers in Miami, we'll all love it. Brutality says, did the Panther logo come from the power plant waste? What the hell is that? Duckling, you're not wrong there about just needing to make the playoffs. Still better than chrome helmets. Hungy says, I think it would look better if it was a hoodie. Yeah, I can see that. Ghost Air says, I don't know why we went with that cat design, but it's reminiscent of the baby blue cat. Actually says, oh no, I think the jersey looks good, but what did they do to the Leaping Panther? Right. Merritt says maybe it won't look so bad from 200 feet away. Hungry says, okay, I just saw the Rangers jersey. Who ordered the plain white rice for Christmas dinner in New York? Yeah, let me find the Rangers one. Should be. Here's a good one. Here, 3 straight trips to the Stanley Cup final takes a toll on everyone, even the logo. Yeah, you see how the jawline's more angled here, and this is like he's emaciated, like his face is all sucked in. I think that's the part that bothers me the most. And then look, his shoulders look all muscular here, and he just looks shrunken. And then look at the eyes. His eyes are just like his face is all sunken in. But now it's probably closer to a more realistic Panther, to be truthful, in terms of the wrinkles on the face. Okay, here's this one. Look, and you can look at Ekblad. Ekblad does not look happy in that picture. Now you guys can say what you want, but don't lie and tell me that Ekblad looks happy in that picture. He is looking straight. He is like, I can't believe I have to wear this thing on. Look at that. Look at that face. Huh? That is not the face of a happy man. Okay? That is not the face of a happy man. Come on now. Hey, Burnt Oil. Dana says, oh, wow, I thought you guys all would like it. Yeah, Ekblad always looks angry. Hockey Day says the logo is what Boston thought Marshy was, but in reality, he's the OG Panther with the broken hockey stick. Yeah. Actually says Ekblad doesn't even look mad. He just looks sad. Yeah, Fisherman. Yeah, Patrick Waugh wasn't happy last night. I saw that with him yelling at Rantanen. Yeah. Now back to the over here for the Rangers one. Here's all good old our buddy Vincent Trocheck. So I mean, it's as plain as white rice, like somebody said. Whoever said that, that's true, right? But less colorful. I mean, but those are the colors, right? But boy, they did make it pretty plain, as opposed to, I mean, the contrasting colors. Hey, so I'm colorblind, right? So are the pants here? Like here around the knees, is that red? Is that gold? Is that orange? What in the hell? Like, and I'm colorblind, so that's a legit question that I'm asking. I know that the stripes are yellow because Kyle said they were yellow, but everything else, man, I mean, that might be part of it. Me being colorblind, it might have been part of the reason why I dislike it. Timmy says, I like that they at least they put some thought, like Rangers being lazy. Yeah. Yeah. Lechka says, I want to see that jersey on Bennett with his psycho face, right? Oh, Gadjevich. Gadjevich probably won't be in by then. Damn it. What'd they say? 3 months for Gadjevich, so he won't be in. Yeah. It's bright red. Thank you, Axu. Fisherman says 2 times the Stars player knocked the goalie down. Yeah, last night was a wild night. Last night was a wild night in the NHL, that's for sure. We haven't even gotten to the scores or anything yet. We'll take a peek at that. I'm having too much fun. Like, this is like one of the only things that Twitter's good for. Here's more looks for the Rangers one. It's very, very plain, right? I wouldn't want a JT Miller one after what we saw from him the other night, right? So here's chaos. Well, let me see what they're saying in the what chaos thread. Panthers A, Rangers C. Bad. Panthers B, Rangers did not complete assignment. Horrendous on both. When I first logged on, I definitely saw a lot of Panthers hate, but that's pretty normal for us around here, right? So, yeah, that's it. That's it. I was not thrilled to say Here's another good look. That's a little bit more of a, but you get to see the shoulder patch here a little bit better. So color coordinated on the gloves and everything, pretty cool. Not the end of the world, but let's see. Lechka says, I'm telling you, Jaws, I was ragging on the Habs jersey years ago for their Winter Classic and ended up looking very cool outdoors. And I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. Craig says Chucky will rock that uni if he's in. That's going to be right at about the time, right? Goldsayer says the pants and gloves not being a retro blue is what's throwing the uniform off. Vincent says, why it has to be so ugly? Is it an AI job already? That's what I've seen a bunch of people on Twitter were saying. Did AI create that? Oh, well. Chucky probably designed it. So Al says, why are there so many long breaks between Panthers games and seems like we aren't getting the back-to-backs? Maybe we got the Buffalo Bills effect where we complained to the league from everything that they put us through last year, and they made it a little bit easier on us this year. It was one of the first things we noticed, Als, when the schedule came out, was the lack of back-to-backs, but also, like, I mean, as an example, with this homestand, we got 11 of 12 games at home, and at least twice we have more than one day off in between games. So on one hand, you would think health wouldn't be an issue, but if guys are going to go get hurt at the barbecue on the day off, what does it matter if we have a damn day off? Brutali says, I'm sorry, I'm glad they made you wear that. Oh, he's always got that look on his face, but I thought that was great. Timmy says, Ranger jersey meetings. All right, boys, we got to wrap this up in 5 minutes. I got lunch to attend. Real, yeah. He says that I see Charlie McAvoy take that puck to the jaw a few nights ago. I didn't realize. Hope he's okay. I like watching him in the Four Nations. Yeah, it was pretty nasty. Hungry says, I would love a JT Miller one. It'll be a collector's item after they get sick of them and trade them for peanuts. Ugly jersey plus the story. Yeah. Icy, yeah. Somebody let us know up above. Burns from a barbecue. I'm out. I mean, the dude has been the most reliable Panther with the exception of Sam Reinhart in terms of missing games. And I mean, it's just wild. Colin says, not as crazy as what happened in the AHL game where they stopped the game for ice issues and had to bring out the fire extinguisher to help out the ice in the rink. Damn. That's wild. Yeah, there's 1 month, Als. There's 1 month where we've got the majority of our back-to-backs. I believe you're correct in it being December. Hey, JC. Vincent says, Jaws, you're lucky to be colorblind. Why can't we have nice things this year? Timmy, yeah, hopefully Divine. I'd love to see him during the preseason. You know, I kind of noticed he was getting knocked off the puck a little bit, but let's see what he can't hurt, right? I mean, we are run out of bodies. It's wild. I mean, Schwint was filling in for Cunnin, who was filling in for Nosek. And I know Cunning's not hurt, but it's just we are now. I don't think Divine's going to play 4C. I guess he'd be on the wing. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out. Or maybe they're not going to put him with Lundell and Marchand, I doubt. JC, yeah, the gloves are nice. The pants are okay, but the stripes get to me. No, Vincent, I guess that was the injury, was the barbecue. I guess that was the injury, was him getting burnt at a barbecue. Icy says, I don't know, I kind of like the jersey, not sure why it's getting hate. Everybody got a different opinion. That's all. You know what I mean? Everybody got a different opinion. I could have been okay with the stripes if it would have been closer to the original Panther and put the stick in him. Put the stick in his claws. I don't understand. Scientist says fourth line of practice today was Cunningham with Gregor and Devine. Oh, boy. Jeez. That is definitely not Nosik, Gadjevich, and Greer. That is as far away from Nosik, Gadjevich, and Greer as you can get with Cunningham, Gregor, and Devine. I mean, we're just losing bodies by the minute. Hey, Cuban, how you doing, buddy? No, I don't think we'll be at the Winter Classic. I had to find a winning lottery ticket for me to get to the Winter Classic. It's I probably not going to happen. We might get down there in February, but that's an entirely different situation. But no, I don't. Right, unless something happens. But remember, last year I kept saying unless something happens, and then the whole Magda thing happened, and I was down there. So if it's meant to be, it'll happen. Spaceman says the Stripes were supposed to pay tribute to the Tropical Hockey League, a short-lived hockey league that used to play here in Miami. Yeah, Spaceman. We saw that. I showed the tweet here. Where is it? I think it was at the top of this. Yeah, here you go. Yeah. The Miami Clippers, the Tropical Hockey League. Yeah. Which the Stripes, okay, right? But why did they make the why did they do that to the Panther, man? Poor Sam. Look, Reinhardt don't look happy here either. But that at least looks more like, from the front, it's not so bad. But he's just so, I'm going to cry. It's okay. JC says the Stripes remind me of the old Miami hockey team. Yeah. Vincent says, how did E2 become a barbecue? Was he on island having fun somewhere? Man, Vincent, if it can happen, it's going to happen this year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just waiting for Lundell to be out for 2 weeks because he's got an infection on his face because he cut himself shaving. That's what I'm waiting for next. Real says this is because we spent too much time wondering how the cap would work out with keeping everyone. Yeah, good point, Real. Yeah, good point. Hey, Jimmy, I just want the Bruins to play their game against the Ducks. Yeah, we haven't even looked at the hockey part just yet today. Bill says, "Hey, Jaws, how you doing, buddy?" So yeah, let me look. We'll move on from there. We'll move on from the jersey. What happened last night in the game called hockey? So the Leafs beat the Blues in overtime, so I got that prediction wrong. The Lightning beat the Devils. I got that prediction wrong. The Red Wings beat the Kraken. I got that prediction wrong. The Islanders beat the Stars. I got one right. The Jets beat the Jackets. I don't remember what I said. The Blackhawks beat the Flames. I got that one right. The Knights beat the Rangers. Don't remember what I said. And then the Sharks beating the Mammoth. I'm sure I would have picked the Sharks there. So when you look at the standings, just close your eyes if you're a Panther fan. That's all I ask. So now we've got the Red Wings at the top of the division. Like, are we going to have Wings or Bruins at the top of the division at Thanksgiving? Maybe. Canadians have lost their 4 straight. The Lightning, they're creeping up. And then we're sitting there at 21 points, right? So, and I'm sure the playoffs are 22. Playoffs are 22. Yeah. Hurricanes, Devils, Penguins, the Islanders. I mean, if the playoffs started today, I can't even say it with a straight face. I really can't. The Penguins, Islanders, Wings, Bruins would be in, along with the Canadians and the Lightning. I guess the Lightning would be in. Yeah, or the Jackets or whoever. And look, the Caps sitting there at 20 points. I mean, it's just incredible what's going on. It's just there refuses to be a separation. Like teams win, teams lose, teams win, teams, and nobody is running away with anything. Like not even one playoff spot. Like the Canes and Devils got 27, so I guess they're a little bit secure. But that's about it. Over in the West, Avs, Stars, Jets, that's normal. The Blackhawks got 24 points. Spencer Knight is kicking some ass. The Mammoth have lost 3 straight. Preds are in last place where they belong. And then the Ducks won't die. The Kraken not croaking. The Kraken are not croaking. And the Oilers and Panthers are in that same position where you're just kind of like, are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know. So what games do we have today? Probably not much. Oilers, Capitals, Flames, Sabres, Hurricane, Wild, and Bruins and Ducks. That's too late. That would have been a good game, Bruins, Ducks, but that game don't start till 10. There's two early games, Oilers, Capitals, Flames, Sabres. Those probably not going to be real good. Those are not exceptional games. Lechka says, how do Bruins fans feel about Marshy being a cat? For the most part, I see Bruins fans are pretty happy for him, for the most part. Hey, Darth Jedi. Because when I watched the Lightning lose to the Canucks 6-2, but after watch Lightnings against the Devils, you're good now. Inconsistent, man. All these teams are just inconsistent. Vincent said the Miami Clippers looks like a prison team to me. Yeah, I didn't even know that league existed. The tropical hockey league. Yeah, Bill, exactly. Where's the stick? Watch says, good Lord, it's horrible. Cuban says, oh, let's get a GoFundMe, brother, for the Winter Classic. No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, Cuban. I wouldn't want people giving their money for that. If people want to give, help me pay the electric bill. I ain't gonna lie. I got an $800 electric bill. I can't be worried about getting to the Winter Classic. You know what I mean? So that's that. You know, it's that time of year here. And I'm way beyond worrying about the Winter Classic thing. I'm trying to get down there to see if I can get to my parents' 50th. They're doing a 50th wedding vows renewal on Valentine's Day because that's when their anniversary is. And my dad wants Donna and I to show up so we can get married at the same time. So if there's any money going towards anything, that's where it's got to go. But first, I got to pay the power bill. Yeah, bro, I need to see the gold shorts. I mean, some of this stuff, the fact that I'm colorblind, I think it might look a little bit more muted to me. Reinhardt on the photo. What am I, a cartoon to you? Yeah, Jaws is the anti-bet line. In football, I've done pretty well. In football, I've done pretty good this season. But hockey, don't ask me who's going to win. Just ask me the score. I don't know if that'll work out. Watch Medicine. Can I show you the 25 Panthers conservation jerseys? I don't know if they'll allow it or if they'll let you leave a link, but let me see if I can find it. I think I remember seeing this. I think I remember seeing it. Let me see. Is this it? No, that's not it. I see the t-shirt. Oh, no, here it is. Here it is on Instagram. Here, I'll show this. If Instagram decides to load. Come on now. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, I saw this. This is actually pretty cool. So, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So, it's definitely a little bit different. It does kind of make you wonder if they're just asking AI to do some things that raw. So, I don't know what that's not supposed to be there. I like it. It's just wild enough to be. It's definitely different. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Well, as Islanders coach now, yeah, I thought, yeah, he's been there for a half of a minute. Yeah. Spaceman says, how about I call them the Ronald McDonald jerseys? Real says, if we can make it, I just hope Tampa and Toronto miss. I think one of those teams would have to miss for us to make it. Bill says, Celebrini has the same amount of points as McDavid. Yeah, now I don't know how great. I mean, they will be great at some point. You know, it's going to be a little bit. Some of these teams, you know, Chicago, San Jose, they got a little bit of dues to pay once they get to the playoffs because those kids aren't going to have the same amount of space and time that they're given during the regular season to do what they do. Al says the league standings will look totally different post-Olympics. It's been a distraction. Interest. I hadn't thought about it that way. Jimmy says you look at the roster and you figure how are they winning. I don't know. I didn't think the Bruins were all ever as bad as last. I know they finished in last place last year, but I never thought that they were really as bad as they ended up. Actually, I don't feel like they were as bad as their record, you know. Al said that McDavid accept the 2-year extension just to wait for the salary cap to go up and get a bigger offer later. That's possible. What, Kyle?
New favorite conspiracy theory.
Oh, here we go. All right, listening.
Vinny Viola meddled and made the Winter Classic jerseys look like that, especially the Leaping Cat. So when those things are on clearance in a few weeks after the Winter Classic, he'll point at them to see, says, see, no one likes the Leaping Cats.
Very interesting. Yeah. It's not the same kitty cat.
Instead of rah, 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 it looks like a cat goes rah.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like he had the soul sucked out of him.
It's rather unfortunately appropriate for this year's version.
Oh yeah, Panthers. No, that's what somebody on Twitter, they put them side to side, the original cat logo and the new one. Says 3 straight trips to the Stanley Cup takes his toll on everyone, including the logo.
Yeah. And how I guess there's a stripe for every injury.
Well, did you see that the other NHL team that they were doing that after the old check Twitter, there was a team in the tropical hockey league.
Yeah, the tropical hockey league.
Yeah, where it was a lot of stripes like that.
Yeah.
Just not yellow and whatever those colors are. Okay. Burn Oil says the only prediction I have for this season is the Sabres will miss the playoffs for the 15th time in a row. It looks like a bootleg Ed Hardy tattoo. See, now that's something. That's interesting. Hey, Panther, E2 really told Jack Hughes, watch this. Yep. Dana says, I actually like it. Kind of gives like the old-time hockey vibe. I mean, I understand. I get what they were going for. I just wish the Panther looked better. That's all. Vincent says, with the amount of injuries across the league, the whole Barkov thing might work in our favor if it all works in our favor. I mean, if everybody can manage to actually come back, that's a lot of everybody's. It's just wild. Look, I mean, sometimes the hockey gods are clearly not smiling on us right now. When you start having guys getting burned at barbecues and missing weeks, like we were just hanging on by a thread. So it might be, though, with losing Luosterainen, and the rest of the guys, it might just be that finally guys like Reinhart and Bennett and Verhaeghe, they may just finally say, damn it, we're going to have to play harder and step up, you know? Hey, Deadly Flames, I'm sorry, man. You guys it's rough for you right now. David says instead of a stick, you could hold a sign that says, we'll growl for food. It's my fault, Vincent. All right, that's cool. You have to at least have a logical reason why it's my fault. I'll accept responsibility, but what's the story? JC says Della looks like a Panther in Miami in the 80s. It's the Cocaine Cats. Oh. Yeah. My computer froze up there for a second. So, all right, so it's my fault. Jameson says it'd be cool if the Panthers use these Winter Classic jerseys if they ever play a home game on Halloween. So, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. It does look like where's the Wicked Witch of the West? Let me see if let's see. I believe it's the West, right? Is this the one that had the stripes? Who's the one that had the stripes? Which way? Come on now. Don't Mandela affect me. Which with the striped socks? Which one? Yeah, here we go. Don't Mandela affect me. Yeah, so if I say all you're gonna get is like it's the witch that got hit by the house and she had the striped socks. Yeah. She had the striped socks sitting out. Is this it? Is this it on YouTube? Let's see. Where's the striped socks? Here we go. Oh, hold on a second. Come back. Yeah, here we go. The socks. There they are. That's the socks. That's what I was thinking about.
The ruby slippers. What have you done with them?
Nice. That's what it reminds me of. Gooby Maxie says the striping is reference tribute to the Miami Clippers. Okay. So, yeah. Excuse me a second.
We have got to the point where
yeah, I was an extra for that movie, right? Gooby, I would be happy to tell you, fuck off. We don't talk like that around here. Missed an opportunity to go with Beetlejuice. Hey, yeah, that's right. Kenneth says the socks was what Panthers were wearing. What? I think, Kenneth, I think the talk to text got you there. Oh, man. Yeah, I was an extra in that movie. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. And I had one of the years that it was on, because, it was only on TV to once a year. And I have a huge scar on my leg. And I got cut running down the street, and I ran up against somebody's chain link fence, and I ripped my thigh all open. And so they had to stitch me up, and I was in the emergency room, and they were stitching me up while they had the Wizard of Oz on the TV so I wouldn't miss it. I was like 5. I think I was 5 years old. JC says, I wish they would have put the claws on the gloves like they did in the prototypes in 93. Ken says, was that the Panther wearing them? Was that a Panther wearing them that got hit by the house? How long is he out? Yeah, that's actually pretty on point, on brand with this season. No doubt. Olechka. Yeah. What are you gonna do? If somebody gonna come and not have any idea what we've been talking about for the first 50 minutes of the stream and not know that I'd already shown that graphic and shown the picture about the team Miami Clippers from the Tropical Hockey League and not know that we've already discussed it 3 times and then try to give me shit and insult me by saying to educate myself, you can go shove a banana right up your ass, you dumbass. That's what I got to say to you. I ain't putting up with that shit. I'm too old for that bullshit. Go somewhere else. Go to Reddit and bitch and complain. All right? Get out of your mom's basement. JC says, let's be honest, 50 minutes in and not one of us knows what we're talking about. I mean, it's just we shown the Clippers. You know what I mean? Silva says that's an insult to the bananas. Yeah. I used to be nice to people like that, but not so much anymore. Yeah, a lot of people assume I'm new because the streams are new, and because there's like 5,000 new Panther channels since they got good. People, so it's all right. But if we're going to be disrespectful, I'm too old for that shit. Vincent says Jaws Jelly talk about the I didn't say it. I didn't say members. But for the members, we do a 45 minutes for each Panther game. We do a stream for the members. Appreciate the reminder, Vincent. Universal haven't won a game. Should I be concerned? Oh, I said bananas. Oh, well done. Good job, Vincent. Good job. See, I'm old and slow. You have to explain these things to me, which you still haven't explained why it's my fault. I'm ready to take blame, right? I'm ready to take blame, but I got to know what the story is, why it's my fault. Educate myself. As if I'm purposefully trying to demean some hockey team that was like 60 years ago. Like, oh. Scott says, but why would you be a Panthers channel only start streaming after they win the cup if you were already a channel just stream? This is my 4th season of streaming. It's my 10th season of covering the team, and we started streaming the year before they went to the cup. I started streaming. I had an hour-long pregame for every Panther game the year before they even went to the cup for the President's Trophy season. And then the year that they went to the cup, I streamed every single Panther game. We've done it every year since. So, I don't know what to tell you. All it takes is 10 seconds for somebody to look at the fucking channel and see how long we've been streaming. So if somebody wants to come here and give me shit, let me tell you, I ain't in any kind of mood for it. I ain't in any freaking kind of mood for it. All right? My mouth is a destroyer world's keep it in check. Al says, I thought I started streaming after that crazy. No, it's just that's when the YouTube algorithm started actually showing the channel to people. I've been here since they traded freaking Gabranson putting content out on this channel. So if anybody wants to, not you, Als, but if anybody wants to give me shit, Als, yeah, you found us from Hot Take Hockey. Yeah. No, we've been here a long time. The algorithm, we still get people that show up now. It's not, we just found your channel. I've been doing this for 10 seasons. Yeah, the hockey algorithm sucks. I mean, there's hockey creators that I want to watch, like Hockey Junkie. I never get any of his stuff in my algorithm. I watch hockey videos. That's at least 50% of the content I watch. Whenever I see a Hockey Junkie video, I watch it. But I could go 6 to 8 months in between seeing a Hockey Junkie video because the algorithm sucks. Omega says, hey, Jaws, yeah, the Mammoth have lost a couple of games now. I know. Where are we? I mean, they're still sitting there with 23 points. But, hey, you got to stack the points when you can. Like when you get in overtime points at the end of the season, when you're a playoff bubble team, that's going to matter. Thomas, so we talked about the Winter Classic jersey. Most of the rest of the stream, I can't stand it. But you know me, I got to bitch and complain about everything because I'm uneducated, apparently. So I'm not crazy about it. I don't mind like the stripes and the ambiance that they were going for, but not happy with the facial structure of the Panther. We'll put it that way. He looks like he had the life sucked right out of him. Poor guy. Spaceman says, the first discovered you guys since Boston. Yeah. And that's when a lot of people discovered us was that now that was the first year that we were streaming every game, but we started the regular season and I had streamed we had done some playoff games and stuff like that before. So I don't know. I don't know why people think that they I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Fatality says, Knight's been a great goalie for the Blackhawks. I believe this is the best Blackhawks I've ever seen. Well, except for the guys, from 2010s and everything. You're welcome. You're welcome, by the way, Spence. What's Spencer Knight's numbers? I want to get put into a better mood here. So what's Spencer Knight's numbers? This guy, let me see. That's not what I meant to do. Spencer Knight. Really, the first picture of Google of Spencer Knight is he's got a mask on because that was his first NHL game. So Spencer Knight's numbers are 242 and a 924. Holy crap, kid. Damn it. 242 and a 924. Now, the 1 year with the Panthers, when he played 21 games before he went into the assistance program, was that it? No, that was last year. Last year, he had a 240 and a 907. So you could see that goals against starting to really, he's going to turn out to be what we drafted him to be. Karagan. So Schwint has a broken arm, and E2 is week to week because he burned himself at a barbecue. And no, I'm not making that up. That's the real story. E2 is week to week because he burned himself at a barbecue. Al says, Bob had a save percentage of 583 halfway through the third period of the last game. Spaceman says, people who say you don't know puck are just salty Leaf fans. That's another one, but I see that way more on football. Oh, my God, Spaceman. If you go to NFL Twitter, like, it's just that people have lost the ability to speak to each other with any sense of normalcy. If you disagree that a play was out of bounds or roughing the passer, you're a clown. You don't know ball. Educate yourself like the schmuck that said that to me earlier. JC says E2 was at a barbecue with Fireman Eddie. I mean, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up, man. No, I know, Sunswine. Yep. It's just wild. Yeah, so Schwint's like 2 to 3 months. Yeah. Kenneth says, I was looking for Tampa, Toronto playoff highlights, and there was Jaws. Appreciate that, Kenneth. Yeah. I don't mind if somebody new finds the channel. That's great. I love it. I wish I could have 1,000 new people find the channel. But I get a bit irritable when somebody's gonna, but I understand it too, because like every 5 minutes there's a new Panther channel. You know what I mean? There's one guy, well, one other set of guys. Jacob over there, Panther Potpourri, used to be called the Point to Point Podcast. They've been doing it the same length of time I have. I think they were doing it maybe a year or so before me. Everybody else, once the team got good, then they started making content. Undead says, with a 6-game winning streak, I think the Avalanche are in good shape. Yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are in fine. Praga, no, it's just Divine right now. It's just Divine right now. Al says most of the new Panther channels are causing fans to panic with constant big changes. I know. I won't do it. Can't do it. I'm happy with what I got. You know what I mean? I'm fine. I can't I can't do that. This was amazing. This is insane. Oh my God, it's hard. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't come here and have a video being like, this is the first time it's ever happened. And then it's, they called up Divine. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But what I will say, in the other people's defense, what I will say is that if you don't have the years invested in building a community the way I do, and you're just trying to get views, the algorithm 10 times out of 10, if it was the same exact video talking about Divine getting called up, and I put the Panthers call up Jack Divine, and they put, oh my God, this is amazing, the algorithm 10 times out of 10 is going to give them way more impressions than me. It just is what it is. But I would never do that to you all. I would never do that. Can't do it. If I ever did it, I would do it as a joke. I would do it, and then the video would me be going, I got you. So Al says, I think the Panthers are mad at Bob for not partying with them. I didn't realize that. I didn't think about it that way. Did he not party with them? Are we sure? I kind of thought, maybe not drink. Are we sure? I don't know. Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. Spaceman, well, Caesar's been through hell. I'll give Caesar, I got nothing bad to say about Caesar. We'll put it that way. You know what I mean? JC says titles like huge implications. Panthers make massive move. A Panther farted in the blades and no one heard it. I know, but it works, JC. And the thing with Panthers Digest is that it's a company. So it's like they got Rangers Digest, Panthers Digest, Bruins Digest. You see it, you know what I mean? It's a company, and they do targeted marketing. So the reason why those channels have success is because the company will pay to promote the video to just Panther fans in South Florida. So it's Locked On is a company as well, but they're not as clickbaity. I've watched that kid a couple of times. I think his name is Alex. He works hard. I'll never say anything bad about him. He's there every day. You know what I mean? He works hard. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him. He's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? But he's worked hard to get where he is. He spent a long time, like same way as me, 500 subscribers, 501 subscribers, 502. Oh shit, somebody unsubscribed. I'm back to 501. Like he's been there every day. So no, I got nothing. We don't communicate. We've never talked or anything like that. But I know the grind, man. So I can respect that. The same thing with Jacob and the guys from that used to be Point to Point that are now Panther Potpourri. We don't agree on much. We don't really see eye to eye, but I can respect the fact that how long they've been doing it, you know. So it is what it is. I don't worry. I don't. A couple people say, "Well, you worry about competition." The algorithm doesn't work that way. Like if you look at my analytics, the deeper ones, you can tell which other videos are recommending my content. You know what I mean? So what I'm seeing on some of my videos is the Panthers Digest, and those videos are actually recommending my content. It's a bonus for everybody because the more people that are watching Panther videos, if he gets 3,000 or 4,000 views because of the clickbait, the algorithm only sees, oh, people are watching Panther videos. Let me show them these other Panther creators. So to me, it's a win-win. You know what I mean? More people is better because now, why the algorithm doesn't manage to find me those 3,000 or 4,000 viewers, I don't know. Maybe the beard is too white. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm cool with what we got. I'd rather have what we have here after these 10 years than have 3,000-4,000 people watching it that don't don't understand the vibe of the channel and then come to the stream and tell me to educate myself because I don't like the jersey. I'd rather have us. I'd rather have our people that we already have than have new people that don't understand the vibe of the channel. Sunshine, I don't like the Winter Classic jersey. That is an accurate statement. Yeah, that's an accurate statement. But it's just my opinion. I don't like, especially the facial structure of the Panther. I think it's too soft. I keep saying that he looks like he's had his soul sucked out. Yeah, Death says the new logo looks like a wrinkly geriatric Panther. Finally get a leaping logo and it's got wrinkles. Exactly. He looks emaciated. I don't know. It is what it is. You picked up Johnny Beecher off waivers. The Flames are in rough shape, man. Flames are in rough shape right now. I feel bad. So, Hot Gal, the new Panthers channels are getting pushed more. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Hot Gal, yeah, I've had Billy. We've had Billy on, 10 times. I think we had Billy Lindsay on when Stu and I were doing it, and I've had Billy on a couple of times since then. He got so busy when we started winning, I didn't want to bug him. But and then when he can't show up, sometimes we'll have Billy on the whole week. So I don't know if they're credentialed or not. I looked into that, but I don't want to have to follow anybody's rules other than mine. So the YouTube algorithm seems to have blocked them out. The algorithm is weird, Gal. It's not friendly. The older your channel is, the harder it is to grow because the algorithm just assumes these are the people that watch his videos. The only growth we really get is from streaming. The videos, the recaps, any videos I put out, I don't gain any subscribers. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a recap, a skit, news. Doesn't matter. I don't gain subscribers from the videos. They show it to the same people. The streams is where the growth comes from. Kazoon says, what I hate about YouTube is the algorithm only pushes a clickbait. I'm sure if you started doing that, your channel would be promoted by the algorithm. Yes, that's true. I won't do it. To me, that would be like selling out. Oh, which, by the way, the good news is that I've got one, if not two, or possibly three new sponsors coming up in the next month. I know I got one. And then I might be working with the college again. And then there's something else that might be coming up too as well. So, but it's definitely, so that's good news. That's good. To me, that's really what the views does is the more views you get, then sponsors look at you. But the streams usually get like 1,000 views. So that's pretty good for a hockey stream. So I had a couple people reach out to me. So that's good news. JC, yeah, I heard what they said about Skinner. The net's been empty all night. Yeah. Dallas says maybe you have to do shorts with Panthers news. The shorts will ruin somebody's channel. The only shorts that are good for the channel, in generally speaking, is if I'm taking shorts from the recaps. Because a lot of times if you're making separate shorts videos that are just news and people click because they like that, the problem is that they don't really want to watch your long form content. And then so when you put out a video, long form video, YouTube sends it to all your subscribers first. So if all the subscribers that you just got from the shorts don't watch the long form video, then the algorithm thinks, oh, even his subscribers don't want to watch the video, so they don't send it to anybody else. That's across the board. YouTube Shorts ruined a lot of people's channels if you don't use them exactly right. Jaws' new sponsors are Viagra and Depends adult diapers. Now, come on, JC. I can't afford Viagra. It would be generic. Jameson says I should absolutely make clickbait title on April Fools. That's true. Yeah, I thought about doing one, but as a joke. I thought about doing one and then just turn it on the camera and be like, so you guys got suckered. It's clickbaited. Let's just see how many. I wanted to make one where it was a whole clickbait title and thumbnail. And the video, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk for 10 minutes for just for the algorithm. But the only subject is how I only made this video to test the algorithm because it's clickbait. Like just go on a 10-minute rant, have nothing to do, just a total clickbait. And I wanted to see what the algorithm would do with that. And then there'd be like 3 people that would leave me thumbs down and not understand that it's a joke, people. JC and Rogaine beard color. No, this is actually how it naturally is, Kazuma. I stopped wanting to color it. Since Karen left, I have a lot less white in the beard. It's odd. You know what and it also depends on the lighting, too. JC says it's not just Skinner. Bouchard is trash. He pretends to be a defenseman that they also have nerves. I can never believe that they gave Bouchard that contract. That's for sure. Death Oiler says either Skinner goes or Picard. Yeah. I don't think they're going to get rid of either one of them. Paragon says my go-to channels are What Chaos, Hockey Guy, and Hot Garbage Sports. Yeah. What Chaos just got sent to me like a month ago by the algorithm. Who's the other guys Trey likes? I very rarely get Hot Garbage. Mythical says monthly live stream raffle, kind of like a Panthers 50-50. Can't do it. Not legal. What I wanted to do, Mythical, because they have those super chat goals. And so what I wanted to do was set a super chat goal on a stream and be like, if we get $100, I'll do a raffle and I'll send somebody one of my books for free. Or I'll send somebody a Panther shirt for free. Not allowed to have anything of financial value. And can't even run around. Even if I'm including everybody. Like even if I say, if we get 100 super chats, I'm going to give away this $50 card. And I'm going to include everybody. You don't have to super chat to enter the contest. YouTube won't allow it. YouTube won't allow it. So, I guess it makes sense because in everybody's YouTube channel, can you imagine if you could just I'm going to sell, 10,000 raffle tickets for this, PS4 system that's brand new in the box. If they allowed raffles, like there'd be whole channels that's all they did. Yeah, Jameson says it's too bad Johnny Hockey just disappeared. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't even know some of the channels, like Hockey Junkie. I hardly ever get his stuff. I hardly ever get his stuff. Hey, miserable Sabres fans. Sorry, man. Yeah, Sabres are losing and missing the playoffs again. It's rough. JC says, I don't understand how McDavid didn't see the writing on the wall and sign. Neither do I. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. He could have been a Panther next year. Bob would have taken a pay cut and just taken $1 million. We would have been able to give McDavid the 12, 13 million. I don't understand why he didn't want to do that. Same with Quick Shift Pod. Sean Everys was good and then disappeared. Yeah, there's a few that come and go that I haven't seen in a while. But What Chaos is pretty good. But like, what's the other one that you said? Hot Garbage. Like last year, his stuff started showing up in my algorithm, and I started watching, and then it just disappeared. And I was watching his stuff. I mean, I would watch almost the whole video. I'd click a like, I'd leave a comment, and then the algorithm just said, okay, don't stop showing that to Jaws anymore. So when I see that behavior through the algorithm with other channels, then I don't feel so bad that it's taken me basically 10 seasons to get to 10,000. Because I can imagine people find a channel, watch a few videos, and then just YouTube never shows it to them again. Yeah, imagine the McDavid, Reinhart, and Barkov line. You talk about the possibility of 150 goals between those three guys, right? McDavid and Reinhart with 60 apiece, and Barkov bringing up the rear with 30. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to roll. Appreciate everybody hanging out. And good stuff. We get a night off. There's not a whole lot of hockey tonight, so I'm going to definitely take tonight off. And then Universal Habs says, am I concerned with the Habs losing? They'll be okay. They'll be okay. As long as Dobish continues to play well, every team is going to have their slump. Montreal was really playing. I mean, they really came out of the gates fired up, and they were at the top of the division almost immediately. So they'll be all right. All right, everybody, go enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said at the beginning of the video, in terms of the Winter Classic jersey, if somebody was to buy it for me, I'm going to sell it on eBay, and I'm going to send you back the money. Yeah. And for JC, check out the community post that I made for JC's raising some money for a good cause. And so I made a post about it, and you can check that out and contact him. All his contact information is there. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate y'all, and we shall see you mañana. Unless another Panther gets hurt at a barbecue, and then I'll make a special video.